Welcome to Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Thank you for joining. Guys, I'm back. I am back, yes. I had a restful weekend. Just want to thank everybody for their well wishes, for sending out, get well soon messages. And, some even said, boy, we kind of miss you, even though, it was just a few days, but that's okay. I appreciate it. Anyway, I plan on getting some quality rest for the next few nights, so I decided to come on here a little early. If you're in Jamaica, you are on the same time zone with me, so that's good. Anyway, I just stopped by to say hi and to also speak with you guys about what is current. You know, I'm feeling much better now. Anyway, I just saw a meeting with the government of Jamaica and the US State Department. And I have to tell you guys that I was so proud. I was proud to see the people representing Jamaica, what they were saying, how they carried themselves, and the things that the members of the US, from the State Department to the US Embassy, how much they value the relationship that they share with Jamaica. And indeed, when you are going through a crisis or you're having a rough time, them say good friends better than pocket money. In this time, we need the pocket money and we can use the pocket money, but good friends there with you through and through, it's a very important thing. So I just want to say I'm proud of Jamaica and how, they're standing in the world as we face our challenge and as, we share this challenge with the world because the world is coming to our aid. And, we're so dignified. And when I say we, I'm talking about our government, I'm talking about our humanitarians in our country who did not sit and wait for help from anybody. They hit the ground running and they were helping people. And that just really puts a smile on my face. It makes me see that it is true when they say Jamaicans are the most generous people in the world to strangers. It is true. So um, I'm I'm very satisfied. I'm very impressed by what I saw today from the meeting between the Jamaican government and the United States. So the United States pledged, I must say, $10 million or so, and some other forms of aid to Jamaica. So that's wonderful. Anyway, I forgot my manners. I'm so sorry. All of you who are just joining, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. I've missed you guys. Hi Joy, you saw it? Yes, very proud moment. It was short. It was short, but it was so wonderful. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope nobody caught the flu. I hope everybody is doing fine. But one of the things that I want to speak with you guys about this evening is about the fact that, and it's the truth. I don't know me about the truth. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. Big up on yourself. The truth of the matter is, the Jamaica Labour Party, led by Andrew Holness, have spoiled the Jamaican people. And you know what they say? When we spoil our own kids, what them say? Your kids them a come bite off your ears. Jamaica people. I only may talk to another segment here. Me have to talk the raw chop patwa because me not really want nobody else to hear what me have to say about that topic here. Government of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, wanna spoil the Jamaican people them? And say some of them come now a bite off on the ears. What do I mean by that and where am I going with this? I have been watching some of the comments on social media over the last few days. And I see where, first of all, you have this handout mentality. You have this sense of entitlement. And this is coming from people who are either aligned with the PNP or they see eye to eye with the PNP. And this comes from people saying government fig buy about the people them house. Them even go as far as to say the government get generators from Belgium, 400 of them, and that the government and lend it to the Jamaican people instead of giving it to them. Not understanding that those generators were sent to the state of Jamaica for emergency purposes. It wasn't just to give any individual, because how much people never have power? Over 1 million, probably. So Belgium couldn't send 400 generator to give the Jamaican people them. No, that's not how it goes. The generators are for emergency uses. That means, say, next time when we get a hurricane, it's not if we're going to get a next hurricane. When we get a next hurricane, with a category 1 to 5, when you have police station, una power, clinics, and other essential services, they need these generators. So therefore, the government, they can loan the generators for now to people who need them and take them back into the state custody until there's another opportunity to use them when there's an emergency. Okay? And let me just tell you something, guys. Yesterday, look at insurance payout where we get one second payout, you know. Yeah. 2 payout now. I think the 2 of them worth 150 million US dollars. So we get one of that insurance payout. You see them people here who attack and have the welfare handout mentality and the sense of entitlement, them a watch the money, you know. We don't get the money in our bank account yet, you know. It's been announced, confirmed, that Jamaica qualifies to get this insurance payout. So it's been confirmed that we will get the payout. But we don't actually get the payout yet. But them a watch. Because in a for them mind, when the payout reach Jamaica, the government are going to take the money there and buy back everybody else. And it's not so it's going to go. That's not how it's going to go. You understand? Andrew Holness has been going around in a Jamaica and parading with this housing solution for the past 10 years, 9 years. And you see, because a lot of people see that, yeah, we have a generous government catering to the most needy, the poorest among us who need housing. Yeah, they've been doing it. And because they've been doing it, when people see that, they might think, say, yeah, disaster come, we're going to get house now, concrete house, inside bathroom, inside kitchen, and them something there. That's what in their mind. Me see one boy come on social media and threaten the Prime Minister. I tell him say for run back some things for the people them. Because them have bombed down there and them something there. I threaten the Prime Minister. I not hear police take off him yet. Sense of entitlement. Handout mentality. Run back some things for the man them. And you never take nothing from uno. But I want to ask these people a question. The demands that I see being made on this government. When the PNP was in power, were there any demands on the PNP? It couldn't be. Because remember, we were dealing with wage freezes. People who were supposed to get wage increase couldn't get none. Everybody have to just hold what them have and work with it and make it work. Because I was what? Bitter medicine. So nobody couldn't make no demands from PNP. So why now that we are in a crisis, you have all kind of demands on the government? Them people, them get no new tax for the last 9 years. Them get housing. No economic meltdown. And in this time of crisis, where so many of them, since this government come in, turn all millionaire in a Jamaica, them are going to have the gall now to come to the government and make these demands and put these demands on the government. It's unfair. It's not right. It doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? So I don't understand I don't know where they get off. Why are they saying these things? And I'm going to say this one more time because leading up to the election, I said it repeatedly until it happened. The government of Jamaica must assign a person to look out and listen out for the disinformation and respond to the disinformation replaced by truth. Dana cannot do it. Dana has her hands full. Dana is dealing with the dissemination of information, truthful information. And right now, she has her plate full because we're going through a crisis. A lot of information coming in and need to go out to the people. So with the disinformation now, we need one person who stay on the social media, look out for the disinformation and respond accordingly. You see what I'm saying? All right, let's read some comments here. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to talk without paying attention. Good evening, Cindy. I see a blogger put up a John Crow on social media and said it's Andrew. The amount of disrespect this PM, only God knows how he does it. Well, Cindy, the pattern that we are seeing against this Prime Minister, it is awful because I have not seen in my lifetime a Prime Minister who has been disrespected and lied upon as much as this one. It's terrible. It's a very awful thing. I thought Portia used to get it bad. I did. But no, Andrew Holness is getting it worse. He is. But, I was thinking about this earlier. I was driving and thinking about this. And I'm saying, it's PNP them against the world, right? Because, PNP was telling the whole heap of lies them on the Prime Minister, trying to make the Prime Minister look corrupt, thief, all kind of something. And to see what is happening today with the crisis and to see the world comes to the aid of Jamaica. Every country, on every continent, in every region, every major humanitarian organization, they're in Jamaica. They're helping us. Country as far as Africa, Ghana, helping. Like I said in a video I put up this morning, I think. I said if I don't get anything else positive from this disaster, this crisis, we have come to see in real time how the world really feels about Jamaica. We are loved. So no matter the propaganda, the lies, the setup where the PNP tried to do for 5 years against Andrew Holness, I see some people who didn't even believe some of the lies and propaganda. They've come to their senses and realized that the PNP was doing nothing more than to smear Holness without evidence, without due process. And they come to their senses and they say, no, this is not right. And if you support this government at this time, leading up to the general election and on September 3rd and beyond, you are on the right side of history. Look at the world's response to Jamaica, led by the Honorable Andrew Holness. Look at the world's response. We've seen crisis in the world before. And we know that if a country is deemed corrupt or a government is deemed corrupt, you're not going to see the world rallying to that country under any circumstance at all. That's not the case for Jamaica. Everybody came, and everybody's still there. Nobody wants to leave. Even the undersecretary who spoke this evening with the Prime Minister and with Jamaica, them said them are dead next week, next month, and all throughout the process, the recovery process. Me I tell you no man, Jamaica is going to come back bigger and stronger. And we're going to come back as a digital society. And we're going to do fine. And we are going to remember this moment in our history. And we're going to, hopefully, this is what I want to see. I want to see Jamaica have a day of remembrance. You see, like what them have 9/11 and New York, America, I want to see a day of remembrance on this, on October 28th of every year, Hurricane Melissa, where we lost over 30 people and counting. Right? And we should always encourage our fellow Jamaicans, especially those who live in certain structures, board house, zinc house, Garrison, Kingston. Those people who were not hit, are not in the storm's path, they better be taking heed. Rethink the way we construct homes in Jamaica. It's time we acknowledge. I mean, there was a campaign before against board houses and zinc fences, but we dropped the ball. We need to pick it up back and realize that this not safe. We cannot do this anymore. You know, get proper structures so when the next storm comes, you don't fear being blown away, you know. Luckily for my family, I was talking to them last night again. They haven't lost any homes and they were in the storm's path. On the Trelawney side and on the Manchester side, their homes are still standing, their roofs are still there. But guys, there are so many people across these parishes and in these communities where maybe they just didn't think about it, that, you know, they would be faced with this. So people need to know, rethink the way they construct homes. You say, for me, I made it all living in one board house or one zinc up something. When the storm come through and the storm blow away the house, me would have PTSD. I couldn't go back in one of the board house, you know. Me couldn't do it because me have to think, say, the storm will come and come do the same thing again. So me couldn't do it. Me da get anxiety, serious anxiety. So I'm hoping that our fellow Jamaicans are thinking about the upcoming hurricane season next year and beyond, because we don't want to see this kind of catastrophe again. And if we don't start building smart, we're going to have to go through this again, and we don't want to. All right, so that is it. Jamaica did well in the Caribbean Examination Council exam. Okay, thank you for that information. I'll check it out. When a man is good, these things he is going to face. Andrew is strong and God is with him. Jesus Christ faced more than he did. Boy, you know, under normal circumstances, we don't go around bad-mouthing our leader. You know, even if we have policy differences and we don't agree upon policies, but we don't normally do that. We don't normally get on any platform and take down our leaders unless they're doing something criminal to our people, you know? And Jamaica has never really been in that situation before. And Andrew Holness certainly is not doing that. So to see these people out here, and luckily there's more of us than them, you know? Boy, I'll tell you. Big up yourself, Sharon. Thank you for joining. Yeah, man. But we need to rid ourselves of this handout mentality, this sense of entitlement. And don't get me wrong, I understand that there are people in our society, as in all societies, that are needy, that will need our help. There are those people. They need help. They are either disabled, they're either, unable to work, things like that, elderly, they need help. We get that. But when we see able-bodied, strong people coming on social media to curse out the government and make demands on the government, unrealistic demands on the government. I feel I wonder to myself, when them people have come from with this handout mentality, eh? And then it came to me that is the government spoil them. The government of Jamaica spoil the people them. No new taxes, no economic meltdown, social housing program, free heart, free education, free this, free that. And they must spoil them. In the times of PNP, one amount of things we have to worry about. Every time budget read, I saw Jamaica people them are hold their head. Bitter medicine, wage freezes, all these things people were worried about. But in this time, they're not worried about that anymore. So if this government did give Jamaica people them some things to worry about, they wouldn't have time to make demands or expect demands. If that makes sense. Good afternoon, Donald. Big up yourself. Thank you for joining. So I'm not saying that the government did anything wrong, by spoiling the people, by not dropping any financial meltdown upon them, no big taxes upon them, by ignoring the needs of people, such as people who are having shelter poverty and stuff like that. Providing free education. I can't blame the government for doing that. That's a good thing. But some of them people here, when you do so much, them always expect you to do more and more. It's sad. But I just want to say in closing to the government that I'm proud to see what you guys are doing. And I've heard nothing but goodness coming from those who are in Jamaica helping. They understand the gravity of our challenge. They understand that Jamaicans are some resilient people. They get it. But they also understand that we need help at this time. And they are helping. And they have said that they see how much the government appreciate the help and so forth. And they're here to stay. They're here to see us through this disaster, this crisis. And they are going to be there with us when it's time to make our comeback. And it's so refreshing to hear. I see some questions about whether I'm coming on tonight. No, I'm not coming on tonight. I'm not coming back later, Karen. Because I'm just, I'm feeling a little better now. But I need to kind of get to bed a little early, get some quality rest. So that's why I'm not coming on tonight. But I had a few things to say, and that's why I decided to come now. But I will, I did an upload this morning. I'm going to do an upload tomorrow. I'll continue to do the regular upload. But with the live broadcast, we'll probably get back to regular broadcasting on Wednesday or so. So I'm just going to take, take a few nights to, get well, basically. It's that season, guys, where season's changing. It's fall outside right now. It's gotten cold, and I have a kid in school, and them come home sick sometimes, and things like that. I've spent most of my working life in a hospital. So I've been exposed to everything. I don't get sick. This is the first time I've been sick in like 5 years, with the common cold or some respiratory issue. But, it is what it is. I tell people, say, I come from Jamaica when I really get sick. I ever get sick with us, drink some bush, you know. But such is life. Do you take annual flu shot? Yes, it's mandatory, so I have to take it. I think I missed it 1 year, but wait a minute. Did I take it this year? Yeah, I took it this year. I did. Sometimes when I get the flu shot, I still get sick, I still get sick. So I appreciate you guys' patience. I appreciate your well wishes and things like that. I've been reading your messages and stuff like that. But I'm also watching the progress being made. There's more aid reaching the people now. More roads are passable. Um, more helicopters reaching people. And, as time goes by, it's getting better and better. Maybe slower in some parts than others. But, you know, the people that are in Jamaica, whether they're natives or, humanitarians visiting, they all have their hearts in the right place and they're all there to help somebody. And it's such a wonderful feeling, you know. As I told you guys a few days ago, I was thinking about doing this GoFundMe thing to help somebody. But I think it needs to be a little more organized and focused, you know? And I wanted to maybe think about it a little bit more before I actually do it. One of the things that I don't see or hear anybody talking about in these disaster areas where so many people are homeless, they've lost everything, stuff like that. I don't hear anybody talking about period poverty. So, women in their reproductive ages, I'd say between 12 years old and maybe 50 years old or late 40s, you're going to have girls and women who cannot afford to have a menstrual cycle in a healthy way. So all them things there, me not really hear nobody I put no emphasis or no focus on that. And I was wondering, is that something that, I could focus on if I decided to go ahead with that? I think that would be a good thing. I mean, being a woman is expensive for some people. Purple onions with garlic and ginger. You can drink it like that or use a little honey. That will help you a lot. Really? Okay. Me have some purple onion in the fridge. I'm going to buy some ginger today. Me go try it. I mean, I always have honey here. Always, always. I don't use sugar. I replace my sugar with honey. So I'll try that. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Karen. So very interesting days ahead, guys. Boy, may I tell you now. Who would have thought? Look how we're going at the election. Nice. Election did nice, May I tell you to say if you could have done about the election, the election did nice. Start the truth. Yeah, man. Going at the election and nice up the thing and, came out on the right side of history and rightfully so. And then nobody predicted that we would have this monster storm that damn near wipe out half of our country and our resources. So it just goes to show that life is so unpredictable. And in life, my philosophy is you must always be ready, ready to accept the good, the bad, and the indifferent. Always be ready, you know. So that's how I look at life, guys. Um, do not keep your onion in the fridge. That's true. Why not? Purple onion is brilliant for many things, including hair. One of my favorite organic ingredients. Okay, that's good. I heard about 4 persons talking about it. Yeah, that's a great idea. Providing free support for women would be a great way to give back. Yeah, man. I was talking to my daughter about this recently, you know, about how costly it is to be a woman. Cause and it starts as young as 12 years old. Cause men, they don't have to deal with that. You understand? And women have to have their local feminine things and them stuff, the feminine products and they sitting there. You know? And oftentimes when there's disaster, we focus on feeding people, giving them food and water and, hygiene products. But oftentimes people don't really prioritize, women, feminine products. So, I was thinking about that. And it's not cheap. It is not cheap. One pack of sanitary pads right here now, I must say about $10 US. So, I don't say cheap, but me just know say coming out of this disaster in a Jamaica, this a crisis, a whole heap of women and girls are not going to be able to afford it. And that is so, boy, I don't even want to go there, but that's maybe something I want to think about. Protection, yes. Washes, care for allergies, etc. It's expensive when you think about it. Yeah, man. Thank you, Everton. Thank you. So how are you guys been? How have you guys been doing? Because guys, to tell you the truth, me not really, a focus on or try to look at the devastation, of what happened to Jamaica. After about the second day, to see how people flood social media with the devastation, we can't look on it. So I try to look at the progress being made, and I'll share stuff like that, Um, so I don't know how you guys are doing, but I cannot bear to see the human suffering. I cannot bear to see the children them out there begging. I see the big people them and the adult them, we have put the pin in them out there for beg, gonna stop it. Stop it, man. Don't do that, man. Don't put the kids them out there like that. We were doing real good protecting the kids. And then all of a sudden, me see you now put picnic out there. If you run down chuck and beg and so don't do that. Leave the kids them inside and own the big people go fend for the kids them. Alright guys, so me go kind of cut it short here. So I hope you guys are doing fine. We put a lot of sanitary items in a barrel. In our barrels. That's good. That's good, Winter. That's good. Yeah, man. So I hope everybody have a good rest of the week. I will see you guys regular broadcasting on about Wednesday. Yeah? About Wednesday or so. But oh really? Plane crash? Wow. Plane crash with relief packages. Crashing in Florida. 6 people died. No, some never hear. Thank you. Wow. Never hear that at all. That's terrible. Yeah, so Wednesday, but in the meantime, I'll be uploading the videos as a thought comes to mind and them somebody. So I hope you guys are checking those out. I see somebody else say birth control. We not no start them sitting there. We not put no birth control there. You say the birth rate low in Jamaica. No, sir. No birth control. Make them have a baby them. We will take care of them. Who will send things go get them? But nobody make them have a pity them. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. I'll catch up with you. Take care of yourselves.